I cannot believe I'm sitting down here doing another one of these videos for you guys. I'm like excited, nervous, and like so confused. If you guys didn't know, BTS is playing 4 stadium shows in Las Vegas, and it's going to be happening in April, and tickets are going on sale next week. And if you're new to my channel or have never seen one of my videos before, hi, hello. My name is Sheila, and I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. These videos really are solely made to try to help ARMYs get tickets. If you need evidence, these are all my old BTS wristbands, tickets. I've gone to at least 15 BTS concerts. I've had VIP, I've had Barricade, I've had for the Permission to Dance, the 4 days in LA. I had floor seats for all 4 days. So I know what I'm talking about when I'm giving you my tips, and basically this video is going to explain the rundown of the Permission to Dance in Las Vegas and how to get tickets, and also there might be a giveaway, so stay tuned for that for a BTS concert ticket. I'm going to talk a little bit about it in a little bit. And also, again, this is a disclaimer. These tips are not going to guarantee you 100% to get tickets. But these are the tips I use every single time to try to get BTS tickets. And it has worked every single time. There has not been one BTS concert that I wanted to go to that I didn't get tickets for. So these are tips that I use that worked for me, and if you guys have any questions that I didn't answer in this video, you can leave them down in the comments below, or you can also DM me on Instagram. My Instagram DMs do get a little bit flooded during these time where like BTS announces a tour. My Instagram messages do get really flooded. I do try my absolute best to answer every single one of you, but obviously it's a lot of messages. So my best advice is you can try to DM me on Instagram, but also be sure to comment it down below, because if I can't reply back to your message, other ARMYs will, and hopefully you will get the answer that you need before purchasing your tickets. If you're new here, please subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up for me, and let's go. So I know a lot of you are going to comment down below like, what are you talking about, what ticket giveaway? So it's nothing that's guaranteed yet, and it's not promised, but I'm currently in the talks with a brand to try to get a giveaway for you guys to win a BTS concert ticket for Vegas. It's not guaranteed. I'm not sure if they'll allow me to do it, but I'm going to try my very best to fight for you guys and to try to do a concert ticket giveaway for Vegas, because I know how much I absolutely love seeing BTS in concert, and I know it would mean the world to an ARMY. So please like interact with this video, watch the whole video, comment something down below, because the next morning after I post this video, I'm emailing this video to the brand and I'm showing them like, hey, people are really interested. Can we please give away a pair of tickets? So it's not promised. I'm gonna try to, you know, give the idea to them, and I'm gonna send the email tomorrow. So fingers crossed, if it is approved, the giveaway will be my next video. So fingers crossed, okay? I really want this to work out for you guys. I really want to give away a pair of tickets to ARMYs, so fingers crossed. And now on to the tips. So these are the 4 concert dates that BTS will be having in Vegas. I'm holding my phone so I can just, you know, read the information to you guys. So it's going to be on April 8th, April 9th, April 15th, and April 16th. So basically 2 weekends for 2 weeks in Vegas. And the actual show will be at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. But if you went to the Permission to Dance in LA, you know that they had the live play at the YouTube Theater as well across from SoFi. They're doing that exact same thing again, where they'll have the actual concert at the stadium, and then at the arena they'll do the YouTube live. And if you're wondering if I think the YouTube live is worth it to get, yes and no. Obviously, if you can get the real tickets, I highly suggest going to go see them in person if you're already going to be there. If you can't, there are little perks to the YouTube live, such as you do get to see BTS perform Soundcheck at the YouTube live. It's not BTS like being there, it's like a video recording. It's like a live recording of BTS. So like BTS will do the Soundcheck at the stadium, and at the YouTube at the arena where they're doing the live version, you can see them live performing the Soundcheck, which is really cool because usually you never get to see BTS perform Soundcheck unless you got VIP. So it's like a good chance for you to experience Soundcheck. You also get like a perk where it's like a photo card only type of thing for the event. I don't collect photo cards, so I don't know, but you do get a photo card for, I think it's like one member, one randomly selected member. You get like a little bit of merch and stuff. So those are the perks. I'll list them down right here if I'm missing anything else that's like really significant in regards to the live theater. So in regards to the VIP, there's two different tiers for VIP. There's gold and there's silver VIP tickets. The gold tier, the main difference is the gold tier is more near main stage, while the silver is more towards B stage and then the back of floor kind of. It'll be like B stage and then like everything on the side and a little bit back of B stage as well. So that's the biggest difference, and also the price difference. If I remember correctly, the gold VIP package was $100 more than the silver, and then the silver was $100 more than just a regular floor ticket. And if you're wondering what perks you get, for silver and gold, you get to see BTS in Soundcheck. Soundcheck is usually something that is very confidential. You don't get to record, you don't get to use your phone during Soundcheck, so it's a very intimate performance with BTS. Soundcheck is actually one of my favorite parts of the BTS concerts. I love it whenever I'm able to get the chance to get Soundcheck. I highly recommend it to you guys if you are able to get that chance to go. It is so much fun. It's very intimate. The boys literally don't wear makeup. It's a very casual time, but it's like a very fun time. You're literally just like partying with BTS. It's really, really fun, and it's like a casual vibe, which I love. And then you do get like a mini goodie bag. Personally, do I think that mini goodie bag is worth the extra money? No. For SoFi, they gave us like, I think it was like some pins. If you had gold VIP, you got like a tumbler. Something else we got was everyone who had VIP got a little lanyard that just says like VIP. If you had gold, it'll be gold, and then yeah, that's silver VIP for SoFi. That's all that I remember that we got. It was nothing like significant, and people don't really buy VIP for the perks, like for the these special like gifts. People buy it for Soundcheck, and do I think it's worth it? Absolutely, 100% absolutely. And if you want the closest seats you possibly can to BTS, you have to buy VIP tickets. Unfortunately, the regular floor seats will be the floor that are like the backstage, like very, very back end of floor. Tickets go on sale on March 2nd, and that's for the ARMY membership pre-sale. If you're going to ask me if I think the ARMY membership pre-sale is worth it, 100,000% yes. 100% yes. It's like $20. Please just get it. It'll make your life easier. It is so much easier. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, it's so easy where it's like, oh, you can just go and you'll get in and get tickets. No, but it does kind of knock off a certain amount of people who are just trying to scalp and get the tickets. You're kind of just competing with solely ARMYs rather than competing with ARMYs and scalpers. So you can definitely, you know, like have lower competition, if that even is a thing with BTS, because I feel like getting tickets are so hard nowadays. But yes, I do recommend getting ARMY membership. And on top of that, they have made it clear this time around. I know for SoFi it was not clear. For Vegas, they have made it clear that 100% of the tickets will be released on the ARMY membership pre-sale. And on the leftover tickets, they'll release them, like the tickets that didn't sell, they'll release them for other pre-sales, but all of the tickets that are available for purchase will be sold on ARMY membership pre-sale. That means if you want the best chance to get the best tickets, you should get them on ARMY membership pre-sale. So please, please, if you really have the extra $20 to spend, just buy the membership pre-sale. It is worth it. It will make your life easier, trust me. Something else I found out that I think is really, really helpful is that, so with SoFi Stadium, they really screwed us over. They allowed for people who had like SoFi, it's like a SoFi VIP membership, people who like usually go to the sports game a lot, they had a pre-sale date themselves before ARMYs even did, which gave them first access to like all the VIP tickets. Well, I think the stadium in Vegas confirmed, I saw like an email, the stadium in Vegas confirmed that they will not be doing that. The first release of tickets ever will be through ARMY membership pre-sale. So if you want first access to tickets, 100% of the tickets available will be released through ARMY membership pre-sale. So definitely, I strongly, highly recommend getting it. It's $20. You don't have to buy all the extra packaging. I don't. I literally just buy the ARMY membership and pay the $20. A very common question I got asked a lot was for Soundcheck, for VIP for Soundcheck. For other years, like the Love Yourself and Speak Yourself tour, the Soundcheck seats were different than your actual seats. It was kind of a first come, first served basis. But for SoFi Stadium, okay, I'm giving you my own experience from SoFi Stadium. I had Soundcheck. It was based on your seat. So your actual seat of the concert is your seat for Soundcheck. And you don't really have to worry because pretty much any seat during Soundcheck is a really good seat. because no one can have their phones out, so no one's really blocking your view. So anywhere in Soundcheck is a very good seat for Soundcheck. You don't really have to worry. Hopefully that answers a lot of your questions. I got so many questions about that. One of the biggest tips I have for you in order to get good BTS seats is to ensure that your internet router is fast. You want to make sure it's fast, okay? Like, test it out, test the speed. There's a website you can use to test out your internet speed. I'll leave it down below for you if you really need one, the one that I use. You should test it out, make sure the speed is fast. Honestly, sometimes I met an army where she literally used Starbucks Wi-Fi and she said it worked for her and she got barricaded. I have never tried, actually no, I did try Starbucks Wi-Fi once. It didn't work for me personally. I prefer my Wi-Fi at home, but obviously if the Starbucks Wi-Fi is faster than your Wi-Fi at home, use the Starbucks Wi-Fi, you know? And also you need to make sure that it's one account per device. You don't want to use a account on a desktop and use the same account on your phone. It will definitely freeze and your walking man will never finish that line. He will never cross it. It will freeze, or even they won't even let you in the page sometimes. So make sure that your walking man is on one device. And if you're gonna ask me which device I recommend, personally myself, I have never gone BTS tickets on a phone. I have always used either a laptop or a desktop for ever since the Love Yourself tour. Since Love Yourself tour was what, 2018? Since 2017, 2018, I have always used a desktop or a laptop. I've never used my phone. I just don't. And the reason why I don't recommend you using your phone, especially with the Permission to Dance concerts, is that it's such a big stadium. Using your phone, it's such a small screen, it's really hard to zoom in and make things, like, it's hard to click and it's just so much slower. And also, one of my biggest tips for you guys, and I'm like so happy this tip worked for a subscriber of mine. I met her at the Permission to Dance concert in LA and she literally told me this trick worked for her. It's a trick that I've always used. I highly, highly, highly recommend you, like 100% recommend you clicking on the map, which is why I recommend you using your desktop or your laptop rather than your phone. Click on the actual seating chart to pick out your exact seats rather than the little bar on the side that does like the best seats or like just shows you like whatever seats are available. Because on the actual map, the seats that you want and whatever seats are available, it will actually disappear if they're not available compared to the sidebar. The sidebar is much lower. It will not show you everything. And also their best seats isn't the best seats. Their best seats is based on like the number of the rows, not how close it is to the stage. So I definitely recommend clicking on the map and clicking exactly which seats you want. And please, please, please go into this with what seats you want in mind and which seats you're okay with. Don't go into it thinking like, I want barricade seats. Like, obviously, if you can get it, get it. Obviously, everyone wants barricade seats. But you need to have a backup. Like, you need to think like, oh, I want to have like my seats, if I don't get barricade, I want them to be, you know, like in the floor section near B stage, or I want it to be on the main stage. It's all up to preference, and you need to know your preference prior to the ticket sale date, because you do not want to be freaking out about that when tickets go on sale. I promise you, tickets will disappear in seconds. So as soon as you get in, you need to know exactly where you're going on that map and click exactly what seats you want, or else you will not get tickets. Please, please, please listen to this tip very carefully, because it was a mistake that, it wasn't really my mistake, it was a glitch on their end, but like it was my fault for not double checking. You want to double check what ticket is currently in your cart before you fully check out, because for some reason you think you're clicking on like section B2, and then when you're at checkout, it'll be like a completely different section. It might even be floor. That's what happened to me. I clicked on one section of floor, and then I didn't realize it because I'm just like trying to get out of there and check out as fast as I can. I didn't realize until after that my checkout was a completely different section, and it wasn't my fault. Like I clicked on like, let's say B2, and then it'll give me like A4. And they're like on completely different sides of the map. And at first I thought it was my fault, and I tweeted on Twitter, and I also saw a lot of YouTube videos where a lot of people would click like section 100 seats, and then somehow in checkout it's like section 300. I don't know how, if it's a glitch, maybe because there's too many people on the system. So just double check. It happened to me, it happened to a lot of my friends. Just double check, okay? Now, if you guys are wondering when I get into queue, again, it's kind of like all in preference. I've seen people who say like, oh, I got into queue like 10 minutes before I get barricade, or people who are like, I got into queue 10 minutes before and couldn't even get in, or people who are like, I was in queue an hour before and got barricade. It's really just based on preference and what you think best works. I usually do like 20 to 15 minutes before the sale. I don't really go on there for 30 minutes. You're literally just on the website. Like, the page isn't even open, so you're just kind of staring at an empty website. So 15 to 20 minutes, I would say it's a good time frame. And a lot of you guys always ask me, oh, is it a good idea to buy 4 seats or 3 or 2 or 1? So I'm going to give you the most honest answer. Buying 1 seat is the easiest way to get the best possible seat because you just have to click on one thing and leave and check out. 2 is pretty easy as well, but more than 2 is pretty difficult if I'm being really, really honest with you guys. I have seen people do it. I've seen my friend get 4 seats and do like all 4 and be able to. It is just really, really hard. You definitely can. But yeah, it's just, again, based on luck on that part and like how fast you are with your mouse. And also, speaking of your mouse, you guys know that on your mouse, on your computer, you can change the speed of the mouse. I know that sounds weird, but just Google it. There's a way to how fast your mouse actually moves. You can change the speed, and you don't know how helpful that is for ticket sales. Like, it makes the mouse move so much faster, and you want that because in order to secure your tickets, it's not secured when you click on them. It's secured when you're checking out. Like, it's not even secured, it's just like in your cart, you know? Like, at least you have like a certain amount of time before the time limit is over. And also, I don't know why this happened so many times. It happened to a lot of people where they tried to buy tickets last time for the SoFi Stadium. It would glitch and it would say something where it's like, I don't know how to pronounce this word. It's like CAPACHE, and then I gave like a bunch of numbers, and you were like on the seating chart, but every time you try to click on a ticket or check out, that's what would show up. I did not know the solution to that because it happened to me too. I kind of just really, really stressed out. I don't know if this works, but I have heard from an army that I met at a concert that happened to her, and the advice that she gave me that I'm going to tell you guys. Again, I don't know if it works. That's what she told me. I'm going to probably try it. If it happens to me, I really hope it doesn't happen to me. Again, is that, so that happens to you where it's like an error code that pops up. What you can do, instead of going out of queue completely and having to rejoin queue, what she did was she kept that tab opened up a new tab, go back onto the website to go back on the page to buy the ticket, and then when she was successfully fully in, then she would exit out of the old tab that was said error, and then she was able to check out. You don't want to exit out of the current tab and then go back onto the website because then it'll kick you out and you go back into queue, and you don't want that. Like, let's say me and my sister are both trying for tickets. I'm not going to preload my credit card info on both of our accounts because that way it's a very easy way for the website, I don't know what they do, but for the website to track that, you know, like, they think it's the same person buying tickets, it'll track it and kind of glitch your account and not let you buy tickets. That's what I've heard has happened to people, so I just don't save my credit card info. I just have my physical credit cards right in front of me, so that way I can check out and then just type in the numbers myself, because you get like a certain amount of minutes before you have to check out anyways. And I also really, really recommend calling your bank the day of. You don't know how many people I have heard where they're like, I had floor seats, but my bank wouldn't let me buy them. Call your bank the morning of and be like, I'm about to make a really big purchase today. Make sure it goes through. That's what I always do. It's just like, it's some bank accounts where if you don't usually make really big purchases, they'll think it's a flag and they'll flag it and not let you buy it. Just make sure you give your bank a call. Makes your life so much easier, I promise you. The last tip I have for you guys is to really, really go on Weverse and read the registration information. I can't explain it on this video because of the contract I signed. I cannot explain it because it mentions websites and things that I'm not allowed to say. But in order to register for your Army membership, please, 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 please go on Weverse and read the registration correctly. That way you will get the code. And you guys asked me if the Army membership, like if you buy the Army membership, does it guarantee you a code? No. I didn't get it. My friend got it last time. And that was solely because I registered incorrectly. And my cousin did as well because we just didn't do it right. Please do it right. If you do it right, you will get the code, and you want this code because all tickets are going to be on sale at once, and you want to use this code to be able to compete with everyone else. So please carefully read the Weverse announcement. If you have questions about that, leave them down below. I promise you other armies will answer it for you, or you can message me on Instagram. One of the other biggest tips I have for you is do not refresh your page. If tickets go on sale at 3 o'clock, do not refresh your page. I don't know why people think you should refresh your page. Do not refresh it. The page will refresh on its own. Do not refresh it. You will get yourself kicked out of queue. Do not refresh the page. It will refresh on its own. Trust me. Just trust me. The last tip I have for you guys is don't give up. You might think tickets are all gone, especially good seats. Like, obviously, if it's like 2 hours after, yeah, tickets are probably gone. But like the first hour, hour and a half, I would continue to try to get tickets. If you weren't able to get tickets yet, continue to try, because tickets will show back up. Because a lot of times, so many people are on the website that it glitches and it lags and people weren't able to get the tickets. That'll pop back up, so keep trying. And also, I just wanted to let you guys know, like, yes, I know in the beginning of the video I said, like, I've gone floor seats for all my BTS shows. That's just where I prefer to be, and that's where I kind of have been able to get my seats. But I'm telling you right now, anywhere at a BTS concert is a good seat. Like, regardless, just being there itself is like an opportunity that thousands of people, millions of people do not get. So I promise you, even I've literally had friends in like the very last 500 sections, and they had the time of their lives, and people on floor who had floor, and they're like, this was not that fun because I could barely see, because, you know, like, everyone's so much taller than me. So it really varies on how you make your own experience. I promise you, just getting tickets in general is like the best thing ever. It's so much fun. You'll meet so many people. So don't stress out too much about like, oh, you needing VIP. Like, obviously VIP is nice, but it's not the end of the world. But there's something that I learned today that I did not know prior, that I think is that a lot of people get this misinformation wrong. I can't back up every other company, but I can back up Vivid Seats, because I had a meeting with them personally. Like, I literally, not talking to like somebody on Twitter or like their customer service line. I literally talked to somebody who directly works with the company, like the actual company of Vivid Seats. I had a Google chat with them on Google. Like, we literally webcammed, and I was asking her a bunch of questions I had about Vivid Seats. And she told me, because I had asked her, I'm like, hey, so when like really big artists like BTS go on sale, and I noticed on your website, before tickets even go on sale, you guys already have tickets. How is that possible? Are they fake tickets? And if you watch any of my other old videos, you will hear me say they are fake tickets if they're on those websites before tickets go on sale. That's not true. I take it back, because I didn't know that. I have literally been an avid concert goer for 10 years. She told me that specifically, the person I spoke to specifically told me for Vivid Seats only, okay? Only for Vivid Seats am I backing this up for. I don't know how it works with other companies. But with Vivid Seats only, she told me that Vivid Seats only allows a certain select few sellers, like their top selling sellers, to sell tickets before it goes on sale. And how they're able to do that is that those sellers promise you seats in a section. They don't promise you like a specific seat. They kind of promise you, like, let's say like B2 or A2. They'll promise a seat in that section. So you're kind of buying the section without knowing exactly where your seat is, and that is their promise to you. So Vivid Seats guarantees that the ticket will be real and it will be authenticated by them. So if you see tickets go on sale on Vivid Seats before tickets actually go on sale, they're real. I didn't know that. That's just nice to me to know. I'm just letting you guys know. You can do whatever you want with that information. That was just something I have always thought was like false. If it was on a website before tickets go on sale, I always thought it was fake. I just want to clear the air on that, because I know a lot of people will be posting like, don't buy tickets on Vivid Seats or something before it goes on sale because they're fake. I was one of those people. They're not. Just FYI for you guys. Also, you guys, I just want to throw this in there. It's not really a tip, but I will say that if you are going to be getting a very far away seat, like the very, let's say, last section of floor, that versus P1, which one I recommend you guys getting? Truly, I would recommend you getting P1. And you thought you would never hear me say that, but honestly, it depends where you're sitting on floor, obviously. But if it's like the last section, the last row on floor, get P1, because P1, that way at least you're rised up and you have a better view of the boys and the show, and you don't have like thousands of armies on floor in front of you, you know? So that is my recommendation for that, and that is what I've seen a lot of other armies recommend to people as well. Also, lastly, if you guys know how I can get like a cheaper hotel on the strip for cheaper, like let me know, because hotels are so expensive right now in Vegas. So please let your girl know, like DM me on Instagram or something. I would love you forever. And please subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up for me. It would really, really help me out. And leave a comment down below. If I didn't answer anything in this video, I will try my best to answer in the comments or even on Instagram. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!